Rophen 9. A medium-sized world circling a young yellow star, rich in material deposits and deep Promethean wells. She sits approximately halfway between Terra and the furthest reaches of the Great Crusade. She was welcomed into the Imperium early on during the Crusade, and the system enjoyed an uncommon level of independence and self-governance. Ruled by 4 great families controlling the vast array of manufactorums, Promethean wells and ports, these ruling elites kept a strict but fair limit on the production and prioritised a balanced rate of consumption and repopulation of materials and people. This all ended when the Imperial Governor Harris Salis seized control early into the heresy. An army of Xeno mercenaries descended on the world, rapidly removing the established power structure and local garrisons. But the traitors did not declare for the War Master as many feared, but instead declared Rophen 9 would be an independent world, a trade port open to all. The peace lasted less than 12 hours before forces loyal to the War Master destroyed one of the orbital tethers holding a space elevator in place. The destruction left a scar across the desert, visible from space. In response, guerrilla forces loyal to Terra set fire to the Promethean wells to deny their fuel to the War Master. The great graviton train that ran the entire equator, shifting billions of tons of stock a day, is raided regularly now, attackers stowing away or making daring aerial assaults against the Xenos corsairs hired to defend it. What started as a massive chance for profit has quickly descended into an all-out free-for-all, as enterprising groups like the Circle have set themselves up in the equatorial jungles, trading munitions to anyone with enough coin. Traffic control is non-existent. Loyalists, traitors, Xenos, and those with no colours to show land at any sanctioned and non-sanctioned trade port to buy and barter weapons, trade slaves, fuel, or just simply take what they want. Astartes raids or Mechanicum organic component harvesting sweeps are common. Welcome to Rophen 9. I hope you survive the experience. Hi guys, my name's Bando, this is Breakfast with Bando, and this is the first video for a series that will be titled The Battle for Rophen 9. Now, Rophen 9 is a setting that I've come up with, and a group of people from the Discord have all come together to do a Tale of Four Gamers-esque series where we are all going to build 1,000 point heresy armies, and we're going to do regular updates. I'm going to try and do at least maybe one every other week, and with at least one update from them a month. That's the rules. One update a month, with some fresh pictures, progress, what they're working on. Now these guys, they won't be on camera, they won't be talking. I'm not going to be that cruel to people. So I will do the talking, they'll provide me the update, and I'll read it out to you. So, we've been joined by, in no particular order, Arab Jinx, who is doing a Loyalist Salamanders force. Dr. Ono, a regular of the channel, has decided to do Space Wolves, Loyalists. Gojira, another familiar name around here, brings his brings the might of the Red Planet with the Mechanicum Loyalists. Silius Sodus, you may have seen around as well, is our first traitor, bringing the Death Guard to bear. Mitch, a regular around the Outer Circle and a new member of Discord, has joined us with some Loyalist Ultramarines. Spookari, another traitor, has brought us with Solar Auxilia. And Samus Heidegen, a regular supporter of the channel, guy who sent us the 3D printed Legion Imperialis stuff. He's going to be doing the Alpha Legion. And Kenny, or the Green Mats, we've met him before, is expanding his Night Lords. He's also decided to do a second faction of 1,000 Suns. One traitor, one not so clear. And myself, I'm going to be doing Space Wolves as well. That was decided before Doc let us know what he was doing. So, I asked each of these guys to just send me over a little bit of fluff, just a single sentence of what their force is, who they are. So let's start and go through these. Starting up with Kenny. Captain Yasharo and the 24th Terror Company, 48th chapter, have been dispatched to aid in the urban operation after the initial traitor foothold has been made. Brilliant. A very small warband of 1,000 Sun survivors have been sighted performing small raids on the stockpiles of either side of the conflict. Whether they're a part of the Loyalist defenders, traitor forces, or simply trying to survive on their own has yet to be determined. Spooky's Solar Auxilia, Legate Marshal Zarek has been blessed with visions of glory on the surface of Rofan 9. Believing to have the blessing of his gods, he has taken his small force to the world, knowing his destiny and that no man or Astartes would dare wound him. The men of the 7,413th follow, singing of and celebrating their victory before the fighting has even begun. Each of them sure they would leave the world in traitor hands or in ruins. Love it. Sammy, with his Alpha Legion. The Griefer, Armilius Dynat, has begun to lead a small howling of headhunters to simply create chaos. Brilliant. I like it. Arab Jinx with his Salamanders. Brother Captain Argus Halal, having barely survived the drop site massacre, has been knocked off course by the warp, causing him and his few remaining brothers, known as the Marked Drakes, to end up at Rofan 9. Battered, bruised, and still covered in the scorched armour from the horrors of the Istvan 5, Argus and his brothers are in desperate need of supplies. Doc, with his Space Wolves, Jarl Caleb Redmore and his pack pursue retreating traitors to the fuel depot of Rofan 9. Redmore and his bloodhounds hunger for battle once more. Gajira's Mechanicum Loyalists. The wounded fleet of Magos Bortum have arrived from the Immaterium after a brave but foolish warp jump. Arriving far from their intended target, however, this setback is temporary, as a new target is in his sights, and this world can provide resources his forces will need, willing or not. The Death Guard Commander Chryson Facilius Sodus was sent out by his Legion High Command to go ahead to the main part of the force and arrive to secure a foothold on one of the Manufactorum worlds. So the rest of the force has an easier time taking the planet once they arrive in full. He intends to do as ordered, however, unknown to him, the rest of his force he was a part of has been assaulted by a loyalist force, and it is unknown whether, when, or if ever they will be able to make it into system. Now Mitch still hasn't sent us here, so let's all just go boo Mitch, but he is unwell at the moment, so we'll let him off that one. And finally myself, without even talking to Doc, ended up picking the Red Moors as well. Egil Grimson leads a splinter force of the Bloody Moor Pack, reeling from a disastrous flanking attack that ran into a fully ready and waiting traitor force. They've been cut off from their main force, and their heavy weapons have run dangerously low on munitions, prompting a daring raid on the ammunition plants of the world below. So that's it. Hopefully, by the end of the week, we will have everyone showing us at least one test model for their forces, and we will also have everyone's army list to go through. Now, we won't go through everything point by point, we will just have a high overview of everyone's army list, and then we'll see hopefully everyone's test models. really looking forward to this. I don't have a Space Wolves army. I haven't painted Space Wolves since, well, they were only available in metal, so a very long time ago. And I'm looking forward to it. My army is nice and simple. It's 5 units. And it's going to all be in Mark II armour. So I hope you guys are looking forward to this as much as I am. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions, drop them down below. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day. My name's Bando. This has been Breakfast with Bando. Bye bye.